A very good evening to all those who are present today. I would request the students to inform their fellow friends to join in quickly as we will be starting the session shortly. And good evening to all the dignitaries who have joined in from the esteemed institutions. Warm welcome to all the participants who have joined in today for DSA for product-based companies, mastering data structures and algorithms to crack top tech interviews. We would be shortly starting the session at 7:05 p.m. Before which, I would request all the students to inform their friends to join in quickly. And a warm welcome to the dignitaries who have joined in from esteemed institutions as well. Good evening, all. This would be a final call for all the students to join in quickly as we would be starting the session in the next 2 minutes. Good evening to the dignitaries who have joined in from industry and academia, HODs, principal, faculties, and dear students for having been gathered for the 30 hours of student development program on DSA for product-based companies, mastering data structures and algorithms to crack top tech interviews, which is starting today from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So before we could start, let me quickly give you a introduction about XLR. XLR is just not a training company. XLR is a skilling ecosystem built by IIM ISB alumni Mr. Ram Tawa, and having its presence in USA, Houston. So in the last decade, we have empowered close to 8 lakh plus students and professionals, and we cater to the skilling needs of individuals, institutions, and industries. What sets us apart is our premium association like iHub Divya Sampark, APSSDC, APSHE, DAS, KMDC, IIT Madras Pravartak, IIT Roorkee, Birla Institute of Technology and Science, NASSCOM Future Skill Prime, VFSI, ESSCI, Swayam Plus, where we have our approved courses on NASSCOM Future Skill Prime and Swayam Plus as well. So through a decade of training excellence, so far through our everyday learning program, we have trained 80,000 plus faculties under STEM and non-STEM domain. Students trained close to 8 lakh plus. We have been strongly conducting webinar, seminar, workshops, pan-India close to 1,000 plus, on the technical training programs close to 30 plus, and all of these through our strong academy partners close to 2,000 plus and 5,000 plus placement partners. So here, through this initiative, we see that having our decade of experience in training the students and faculties, we have 8 lakh plus students trained and 80,000 plus faculties from engineering degree and other streams. So for today's program, we have close to 5,000 plus participants pan-India, where Telangana stands highest, having 1,413 participants from, and Maharashtra 1,363, Andhra Pradesh 647, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Odisha, and others. So through our everyday learning program, we provide application and industry-oriented learning for the students and faculties on the trending technologies through complete hands-on training, and also support the colleges in fulfilling a few of our NAC and NBA requirements. So a learner who has to participate in this everyday learning program will register here in the registration, which is given, and learn or take up the emerging technology training programs. A learner who completely satisfies the training program by regularly attending, marking his attendance, and sharing the feedback will be awarded with the participation certificate. For queries, you can also reach out to us in the given link, email ID, and as well on the contact number which is being provided. So under our everyday learning program, we connect with colleges in collaborating for the training programs, and we sign industry MOUs, conduct webinar, conduct faculty development program, and all of our training programs happen through the learning management system tool, where the learner will be able to experience the assignments, assessments related to the training programs, and also the students will be able to prepare for the job interviews, wherein we have campus recruitment training programs, coding challenge sessions here in the LMS platform. So that's how our LMS platform looks like. So far, our journey under the student development program, we have conducted 60 plus student development programs. Constantly participating colleges are close to 2,000 plus, and the total number of enrolled students are 8 lakh plus. So under this category, we have the most popular programs: DSA for campus placements, ChatGPT and generative AI, advanced Excel, Salesforce, Python and SQL, ChatGPT and artificial intelligence, mobile app development, Python programming, tracking coding interviews, full stack development. These are some of the most popular programs which are here showcased. Similarly, under the faculty development program, so far we have conducted 45 plus faculty development programs and enrolled faculties are close to 80,000 plus. Constantly participating colleges under this are 1,519. And here you see the most popular training programs under faculty development program, like in AI and Gen AI, deep learning, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, data analytics using Power BI and Tableau, cybersecurity, ChatGPT, and many others. So as I told you earlier, a learner who enrolls for the everyday learning, student development program, or a faculty development program on regularly attending and filling the attendance will be awarded with this certificate, participation certificate. So here are some of our certificates which we have shared for the students based on the student development program and faculty development program which was organized. So here are our recent engagements at IIT Roorkee, data analytics using Minitab. And this is a student initiative where the students of BITS Pilani, Hyderabad were trained on Power BI and machine learning. This is a XLR initiative to support the final year engineering student in preparing for their helping or supporting them in their campus placements, wherein we had curated a 5 subject module, 240 plus hours of campus recruitment training with placement assistance, with coding skills, quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, soft skills, resume and LinkedIn profile building, tips and techniques to ace their job interview. And in collaboration with iHub Divya Sampark, the learners received the prestigious certificate from iHub Divya Sampark, joint body of IIT Roorkee and Government of India Department of Science and Technology. So through this program, we had the maximum participation from APSSDC, close to 10,000 plus engineering students. So these are some of our student development and faculty development programs which we have conducted in the last months. So without much further ado, today's topic is extremely critical. Product companies do not test tools, they test data structures and algorithms. Mastery in DSA is the difference between an average placement and a top product company offer. So this session is designed exactly for the outcome. So here I would like, or on behalf of XLR, I take the privilege to call upon our dignitaries from industry and academia. Firstly, I would like to introduce Ms. Lalita Sagarika, HR recruiter, ICFI, experienced in end-to-end HR recruitment, including candidate sourcing, screening, coordination, and documentation. She has proven leadership experience as a senior counselor and center manager, managing teams, supporting sales targets, and overseeing daily center operations. Organized, adaptable, and result-oriented professional with a strong ability to align hiring strategies with business objectives. A warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Yeah, hello, good evening to one and all. So, thank you so much for giving this opportunity. So, I would like to again, she have already introduced me. So, again, I'm currently working as a HR recruiter in ICFI IGID. So, I'm getting to the topic today about this. Speak about how to crack top tech interviews like those at Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and other leading technology companies. So before this talking this discussion, starting these discussions, I would like to say about the strong resume. Why? Because a strong resume is the first step to getting an interview call. Even if a candidate has good skills, a weak resume can get rejected. So most of the candidates are getting rejected due to this weak resumes. So first of all, the resume should be a clear, simple, preferably one page. Recruiter spends only a few seconds on each resume, so important details must be easily to be found. The other thing is should be highlight skills and projects, not just qualification. Instead of listing technologies, candidates should also mention how they use them. So, for example, if the candidate mentioning like I know Java and SQL, it is better to write in brief like developed a Java based application using SQL database to manage student records. If you brief this simple line so that the recruiter will get a positive mode. And the other thing is projects are very important. Academic or real time project should clearly mention like the problem statements or technology used and outcome or results. Okay, this shows that practical knowledge and problem solving ability of the candidate. The next part is the resume should include internships, certifications, or achievements, if any. These add credibility and show continuous learning. The finally should be error free. Grammar mistakes, spelling errors, or false information creates a negative impression to the candidate. So this is what the resume should be like: short, structured, focused on skills, impact, honest, and well presented. A well prepared resume increase confidence and significantly improve the interview chances. So, for getting selection in this field, so the mostly the candidate should be concentrate on a four important points. Like the first one is strong technical fundamentals. The first and most important step is mastering the basics. Like companies mainly test data structures like arrays, strings, linked lists, stacks, queues, trees, and graphs. Algorithms such as sorting, searching, recursion and dynamic programming. And the other point is like interviews don't just check whether your code works, they also check how efficient your solution is in terms of time and memory. The other point is problem solving approach. Like in coding interviews, your approach matters more than your final answers. A good approach is like first understand the problem clearly, ask questions if any is unclear, start with a simple solution and then improve it, explain your logic while coding. This shows the interviewer how you think and how you solve problems under pressure. The third thing is system design knowledge. So, for experienced candidates, system design is very important. You should understand how real applications work, such as like how data is stored, how system handle millions of users, basics of database, APIs, next catching and scalability. This helps companies know whether you are able to build real world large scale systems. The final part is communication and HR rounds. The most top companies also focus on your communication skills and teamwork, attitude, and learning mindset. You should be ready to talk about challenges you faced, mistakes you made, and what you learned, and how you worked in a team. And honest and clear answers create a positive impression. Okay, so this is what the cracking top tech interviews like: strong fundamentals, regular practice, clear communication, and consistency. The finally, the last what I'm saying that success does not come overnight, but with daily efforts and confidence, anyone can achieve it. Okay, so thank you so much for giving this wonderful opportunity to discuss about the recruitment part to each and everyone.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lalita, for sharing the participants and inspiring them with quick tips on the job interviews, the style, the structure, and that definitely would add value and help them a lot. So, nextly, let me introduce our dignitary, Dr. Ravi Gujula, Chief Industry Connect and Skill Development, ICFI Hyderabad, a distinguished PhD graduate from IIT Hyderabad in computational fluid dynamics. He blends over 15 years of corporate experience with a decade of academic and administrative excellence. A former chairman of the Board of Studies at KL University and a principal in AP, he excels in skill development, establishing centers of excellence, and strengthening industry academia collaborations to make graduates industry ready. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Yeah, hi. Thank you, Nitya. Yeah, very good evening, everyone. My respected colleague, guest speakers, along with me as a panel inaugural members for this today program. And uh, thanks to XLR for coming up with another everyday learning program in the form of data structures and algorithms. And dear young dynamic students who are part of this program who joined in this virtual call. So it is a great pleasure to be part of this 30 hours student development program on DSA, data structures and algorithms, specially designed for students who are aspiring to build a career in the product based companies or technology driven companies, particularly in the digital era. So particularly for undergraduate students, BCA, BTech and MCA, so this phase of academic journey is extremely important. Apart from that, the concept you learn now will shape not only your placements, but also once you join in your company, then long-term growth as a software professional among all the technical skills. These data structures and algorithm form the backbone of a computer science professional. Just now, Ms. Lalita talking about how to cracking a campus placement for preparing from resume to technical skills. It's a very important point of view. Once I think this DSA program will help you for to master in data structures and algorithms, no doubt about it. And also, once you landed in a, software company, MNC company as a software professional, what the importance of data structures and the algorithm that one can gain experience from this experienced trainer who is going to talk about the industry relevant and hands-on learning experience. And today, the companies are not just looking for a degrees or a marks. That is, we can say that it's obsolete now. But basically, they're looking for a strong problem solvers and students who think logically, write efficient code, and approach and solving challenges in structural manner. That is very very important, because once you become a software professional, you're supposed to be solved to take up your problems in handling a projects like a support project or implementation project or in upgradation project, where these data structures and algorithms play an important role to resolve any day-to-day production issues happen that are occurs during the process flow. So whether it is a technical interview or coding round or solving a real world software development, these data structures and algorithms play a crucial role to understand the domain knowledge and to create the functionality, whether it is related to a banking domain or insurance domain or manufacturing or oil and gas sector, to to create real-time application development, to convert functionality, to create a functionality by using technical specs, that is writing an algorithm to build a perfect application to solve for industry problems. So I think this program has been this XLR carefully structured to help you in to crack campus placement. So I think this program will help you in strengthening of fundamentals in data structures and algorithms, and also improve your logical thinking and coding efficiency. Code inspector, or might be they're talking about to create a better coding skills with less number of coding lines, optimizing the coding, like the HR other speaker talking about how one can use these SQL queries effectively to retrieve the data. And also the students can gain confidence to face product-based company interviews by going through this DSA program. So understand how classroom concepts are applied to a real world industry scenarios. So that kind of experience, this is one of the good platform to implement your classroom concepts into solving a real-time industry scenarios. So these live sessions, I think the next 15 days give you the opportunity for consistently and practice regularly. I strongly recommend you take this best use of these live sessions and interactive sessions. Attend every session very seriously. Practice the problems discussed in the class, and active interaction where you learn the maximum concepts. Just learning by doing kind of thing and discussion that gives you more confidence, and also you can gain the subjects. So this everyday learning program offering XLR, particularly for at this time, at this juncture, which is a crucial time for students, all final year students particularly, they're preparing for campus placements to crack this the product based company or MNC companies or global capability centers. So this is the backbone and key part of data structures and algorithms. So I think to all the students here, remember one thing: your future in the IT industry will depend just not only on how you know, but on how you will apply it. That is very important. So knowing many things, but that is also good. But at the same time, how you can apply what you know effectively, that plays a crucial role. So I request all the participants, students of whoever part of this program. So this platform to build discipline in coding, develop a problem solving skills habit, and gain the clarity how about the industry standards. That also I think a trainer will talk you about the declaration of starting from variables to creating a loops and then the data structures. So that skills, whatever you acquired here, will support you not just a placement, but throughout your professional career, and also for uh, those who are in climbing your cadre, ladder in the your career path. So, thank you very much for giving an opportunity to be part of this inaugural session of DSA program. I once again congratulations to the organizers of XLR Group and the students actively registered and participating in this program. So, I wish each one of you highly productive and enriching learning experience. Work hard, stay curious, and keep coding, enhance your skills. Thank you very much for giving opportunity. Wish you all the best for every student. Thank you, Nitya.
Thank you very much, Ravi sir, for that inspiring and motivating words for the learners. So let me call upon our next dignitary for today's evening, Dr. Arun Saini, Director, ICFI Tech, Jaipur, Senior Academic Leader with 25 plus years of experience, Director and Professor, ICFI Tech, ICFI University, Jaipur, AI and ML researcher with a PhD from NIT Kurukshetra, expertise in machine learning, VLSI, and award-winning IEEE project. Global academic contributor with strong publications, associate editor roles, major conference leadership, and collaborations with IIT Delhi and IIT Bombay. A warm welcome to you, sir. Arun, sir, over to you. Sushmita, could you please confirm if Arun, sir, is there?
Yes, ma'am, he's there. Let me check again.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible now.
Good evening, everyone. Namaskar. First of all, I'm very happy to welcome you all to this inaugural session of the Student Development Program on Data Structures and Algos, organized with the support of XLR. At the outset, I sincerely thank XLR for their collaboration and extend special appreciation to Dr. Ravi Gujulaji for his consistent efforts in making such development initiatives possible for our students. This 30-hour program marks more than just a technical training, it's a step towards equipping our students with sharper problem solving abilities and preparing them for the demand of the evolving industry. DSA, as we all know, form the backbone of coding and computational thinking. Mastering it doesn't just help you in placements or interviews, it transforms the way you approach challenges, structure solutions, and think like true engineers. Program like these, our student development program, in partnership with industry leaders like XLR, plays a transformative role in bridging classroom learning with real world skills. They create a space where theory meets practice, where curiosity meets application. This collaboration demonstrates how academia and industry, when working hand in hand, can build future ready talent capable of thriving in a fast changing world. So, once again, my heartiest congratulations to all and best wishes to the students for this student development program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. So let me call upon our next dignitary, Professor Teotone was Principal, Don Bosco College, a multifaceted academic leader with strong expertise in teaching, research, visionary leadership, driving multidisciplinary institutional excellence. Active researcher with publications in reputed journals, 7 Scopus Index, 1 Web of Science, and 7 UGC Care listed papers. Academic contributor serving on various academic and professional bodies of Goa University. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. A very pleasant evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished dignitaries, resource persons, and my dear students enrolled for this student development program across India. A little bit about my institution, Don Bosco College in Panjim, Goa, a reputed friend of Salesian community with around 900 students, affiliated to Goa University since 2001. The college offers multidisciplinary program, BBA, BCA, Mass Comm and Journalism, BA, English and Psychology, BCom, and a teacher training BPEd program under Goa University Ambit. We are very much thankful to XLR for signing MOU with Don Bosco College, Goa, and sharing the research platform to produce skilled youth to make the dream of Vikasit Bharat 2047 fulfilled. We are once again, I thank this is the first time my institution is joining for this student development program. And I think around 45 plus students are enrolled along with the PCA coordinator, Mr. Rohan Kerkar. I wish my students or all the students skills are important along with your degree program or degree certificates. I wish each one of you a fruitful experience with this type of FDPs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It's an honor for having you also being here for today's Everyday Learning program.
Thank you once again.
So let me call upon our next dignitary, Ms. Rashi Kare, Assistant Professor, Shri L.R. Tiwari Degree College of Arts, Commerce and Science, experienced educator and technology professional with masters in computer applications, specializing in data science, data analytics, and machine learning. Research interest in artificial intelligence, data visualization, and predictive analytics, author of book Machine Learning Fundamentals. A warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, first, I would like to say thank you very much for providing me the opportunity to speak something about the course and myself and my college. So first, I would like to welcome all of the participants who are here to learn. I wish you all a very happy learning, and it would be a pleasant experience, I know. So first, I would like to tell you about my college. So I'm working in Sri Allah Tiwari Degree College, which is affiliated with the Mumbai University. So my college provide, multiple courses like degree courses like BSc IT, MSc, and MCom, BCom, BAF, BBI, and I am the BSc IT coordinator here. I'm working here since 4 years, and I have more than 20 years of teaching experience. So, as you already introduced me, currently I'm pursuing my PhD from Dattamegi University, and I would like to say all of you that that DSA is very crucial subject. It is the basic of all the subject. So I would like you to say happy learning and wish you all the best for your future. I know that you will learn and you will get something very good from here and the present experience, because once you learn DSNO, you will be able to learn so many things, like you will learn to think how to solve efficient problems, multiple problems, and you will improve performance of the program, how to improve, like, because you will learn here so many, analysis like performance analysis technique. You're going to learn better code optimization. You're going to learn foundation of advanced technology. So I wish you all the best to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So now it's time for us to introduce you to the experienced subject matter expert who has trained students, learners in translating complex concepts into practical understanding. So let me introduce you all to Mr. Rajesh Kumar Gandipalli, subject matter expert, dynamic, result-oriented technical trainer with a strong passion for empowering learners in today's rapidly evolving technology. So 6+ years of experience in designing and delivering comprehensive training programs, translating complex technical concepts into clear, accessible learning modules, and a committed educator focused on fostering collaborative, engaging learning environments that drive professional growth and maximize learning outcomes. A warm welcome to you, Mr. Rajesh.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for the intro. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, Rajesh, you are.
Yes, and of the screen share, like the video is working as well. Can you please confirm it?
Let me stop the screen.
Oh, yeah. Mm. Right. So, can you please confirm that my screen sharing is also working?
Yes, Rajesh, it is.
Yeah. And just a second, I'll turn on my video. Yeah, I hope it's fine. Yeah. Hello, all. Welcome everyone. Welcome to this DSA for product-based companies by XLR. Let's have a little bit of introduction about me. I feel like ma'am has given me a very good intro, but yeah. So I'm Rajesh Kumar, 6+ years of experience in training. I'm an XLR educator. I know a lot of technologies. I work with multiple softwares, and my expertise lies with DSA. I love teaching DSA. It's one of the most easy concepts which people think in a very complicated manner. Now, today, in this whole journey of 30 hours, I'll be taking you through DSA in my view, in a very easy manner. You'll love it. Okay. So the way that I explain DSA, you might not have seen such type of content anywhere else. There are good visualizations. As I said, you will be looking at DSA concept through my view. It's gonna be very fun. This is what I generally do. Okay, I've conducted lots of trainings, educated lots of students, mainly in the south side. Okay, Andhra, Telangana, Orissa, Chennai, Bangalore, etc. and all. So this is a little bit about me. And I had a lot of certifications, like I'm certified from Google, certified from Meta, certified from IBM, and throughout the process, I have got a lot of badges as well from them. Okay. And you might have heard about HackerRank. It's a competitive coding platform. So if you solve a like if you solve some questions, you will be earning some points. And after some points, you will be getting some badges as well. I'm a 5-star coder in HackerRank. You might have heard about Lead Code, where people generally prepare for meta companies and all. I've solved a lot of questions in almost all 700 plus questions in it in one of my accounts. This is what I do regularly. This is what I generally do every day. I code daily in all these platforms. That's a little bit about me. And coming to this 15 days training that we have. Okay. So this is our week 1 schedule. So today I will be taking you through a good introduction of what is actually data structure and what is algorithm, what is time complexity. We would have a very good discussion about it. Maybe may not have much time today, but we will be continuing the discussion tomorrow. Tomorrow again we will start with basic logics, okay? From basic part onwards, Armstrong number, palindrome check, factorial, etc., where you will be also using them in the future. We will talk about that small optimization part. And the most important thing, recursion, okay? That's gonna be one of the best lectures that you might have ever heard about. Like every lecture will be the same, but recursion is a bit special for me. Then we will go through 1D arrays, then we will be go through okay array level 2 problems, then strings, and Saturday, Sunday is for you to practice and get back to me and give me more work to do. Okay. This is about our day 1. We will be exploring each and everything. That's a little bit about me. Okay. So, and this is what we will be doing for the next 1 week. We'll be coding a lot. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Done. Ma'am, can I get started or is there
Just
anything
allow us
else?
some time. We will
Sure,
quickly
sure.
have the LMS walkthrough by Mr. Amar
Done,
Shivate,
done, ma'am.
after
Okay, ma'am.
which the session will be handed over to you.
Done.
So over to Mr. Amar Shivate, who will be taking the learners through the LMS walkthrough, after which the session would resume. Amar, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. So, dear students and faculty members, once again, very good evening. So happy to see such a good crowd here today, this evening. So I will take 5 to 7 minutes of your time. I know that you are eagerly waiting to start the topic. But on day 1, once we set all the expectation, so from day 2 onwards, there will be no disturbance and we can go ahead with our learning journey only, right? So allow me the moment to share my screen. So dear participants, I hope my voice is clear. You're able to see my screen and all things are set and we're good to start. So as you know, LMS is known as a learning management system and it's one-stop solution to access the all e-learning content or all learning content, not only e-learning. Suppose that like we are running this program, you will find the recordings over the LMS portal. You can join the class from the LMS portal. You can take the assessment from the LMS portal. You can get the material from the LMS portal. Everything will be available, right? So I hope everybody is done with the registration. If yes, you already received an LMS access. Couple of you are already using that. If you're not registered, you directly join the link which friend shared with you. Your friend is having LMS access, you are not having. So don't follow that. You can just take the link from the chat box, or team will share that, and make sure you are doing registration. And if your friend is also, or your colleagues, your teammates, your group mates, your college members are looking to join this course, definitely you can share the link with them as well. Okay. So which mail we have to check to access the LMS portal? The first email itself is stating that LMS portal account details by XLR. So in this mail, we have a portal link, email address, password. This portal link is nothing but a URL, right? So as being a tech student, you're much aware on that part as well, right? So our LMS URL is mylearning.xlr.com. Your username is your registered mail ID, and the password, that is a system generated password. As a first time user, you will be receiving, or you already received that a system generated password, but later on, once after the first sign in, definitely you can update your password. Or if you already attended couple of our XLR program, right? So SDPs, FDPs. So in that scenario, you received one email. Welcome to the SDP on DSA for product-based companies by XLR, right? So you're not having details, you're not having a password. You know that you registered previously with one of the program, You received the LMS access at that time and using, but how to access now? No need to worry. I am there. I will clarify on that part. So we have a details of voter link, email address, and password. So how we are going to proceed now? So let me reshare my screen and let me open the browser and we'll directly go through the LMS portal now. So what I said, what is the LMS URL? mylearning.xcla.com. Very simple. mylearning.xcla.com. Yes. So now same thing which I'm saying now, I will just type it here, mylearning.xcla.com. As I type many times, that's why it's reflecting here. I will click there. Once I click there, I will find the couple of Xcla products here onto the web page. The AppShape for long-term internship, NASCOM, and SWIM Plus courses. Okay. And here to the top up right up corner, we are able to see the two options: create an account, existing user login. You are already existing login because you are done with the registration. If you click on create an account, if you create an account as well, you will not able to get the course because registration is mandatory. If you register, then only you will get the access. So first of all, click on existing user login, provide your details. Sir, where are the details? So you already received a mail in that your details. And I said that, no, I already registered for a previous program, but now I received the welcome email only. So what I can do? So here you have option to forget your password. Come here, update your password, and using the same mail ID, you can again access the portal. No need to worry if anybody not received the mail. Do registration again. We'll check back again tomorrow. You will be receiving the access. And still, if it's not going to resolve, our team will share the email ID. You can reach out to us and we'll solve that. So now, Sakshi, don't worry, don't raise the hand. Whatever query you have, you can post into the chat box so we can take it up. Okay. So now I will provide my details and I will click on sign in. So what will happen in the code language, not C, C++, Java. In code language, what will happen? So it will take me to the dashboard and it will give me the error that something is wrong, right? System will check that. Guys, don't raise the hand, okay? So let me click on a sign in. So what will happen? If my details are correct, it's taking me to the dashboard. Well and good. If you are getting any error, make sure that you are entering your details correctly and then you can click on a sign in. Okay, so I clicked on to the sign in and here I have a dashboard and I'm able to see a couple of things like back to home page, community, leaderboard, dashboard, purchase history, health, and profile. The most important thing, profile, right? So here, profile, settings, click on a settings and you can update your entire profile like full name, username, mobile number, right? And the most important thing about the password, as I said that as a system generated password is little bit lengthy and clumsy to keep in mind, or always not required to keep in mind. But we are the brilliant students and we have understanding how we can set the easy password which we can use, even we can save on a Google password script, right? So update password from here. Just type here, type it again here. Once both passwords are going to match, update password button will be enabled, and from next time onwards, you can utilize that password. Clear? If by mistakenly, if you're going to click on a back to home page, make sure that clicking on a profile and again you will go to the user dashboard. You will be having the dashboard option. Then community, nothing to do with the community. Leaderboard is something important for you guys as just now while giving the introduction, Rajesh sir explained you about the hacker and lead code. We'll solve the codes, right? We'll do the practice and we'll get the XPs. Similarly, Excel portal will also work for the coding platform, assignment, assessment, and depending upon your performance, the leaderboard will be increased. You will earn some XPs and that will be printed. And whatever now you are able to see here, all time this month, this week, today, it's from the 8 lakh learners of the Excel LMS. Okay. Then below the leaderboard, you have a dashboard option. And on the dashboard, all these things you are able to access. The first thing, you want to join the session. Yes, every day we want to join the session. We need to join the session as the DS is the important part. Motorola A64, don't raise the hand again and again. Okay, please. I'm so sorry for this disturbance. Let me just silence my phone. Yeah, thanks. So now I want to join the session. Yes, today I received the link. Today you receive an email to join the session. Okay. But tomorrow, how we can do? So no need to worry. You will be having the option to join the session directly from the LMS portal. Have live session for today. The pop-up is here. Yes, exactly. You can search for your class SDP on DSA. Right. Click on that. Once you click on that, you have two options: join the meeting from the Zoom and join the meeting from YouTube. So, dear Zoom participants, those who are currently there, or many of them are attending over the YouTube as well, right? Because the Zoom capacity is 1000 and we already reached that. Many of you are there on YouTube as well. So as per your network support or as per capacity or when you are joining the session, so you can utilize the Zoom. If you are facing any issue, you can join with the YouTube. And just clicking here, mark as a present will be not marked your presentee. I will explain you about the presentee and certification now after the joining the session. So for Zoom, you have to click simply and you will get into the Zoom. But YouTube, for YouTube participant, I have a couple of announcements, right? So let me go there on YouTube. Let this ad go. So see, currently, whatever you are able to see here, right? So all the students are posting something into the chat box, right? Right. Good evening, or any another messages. So if you are going to have query or question, around 160 members are live there with me on YouTube as well, right? So you can post into the chat box. One more thing, guys. So nowadays the algorithms, the notifications are that much strong. So what I will suggest, you can just subscribe the channel and click onto the all bell icon notification. Immediately once start class, you will get the notification. You not require the link as well. And don't forget to like the session as well. And if you are not able to see the chat box, important option. So see, I'm closing the chat box. Now, if I want to open the chat box, how will open that? Here you can check below the subscribe panel, you have option a live chat, right? Click on that, you will get the live chat option and you can post the query here. And whatever the links we are also going to share over the Zoom, similarly, it will be shared on YouTube as well. So nothing to worry on that part. Right, clear on the joining the session. Now I will move forward with accessing the recordings, material, and attendance part as well. Right. So how to access that? Below the live session option, you have enrolled courses. In that, for me, it's 110 courses. Yes. For you, if first time user, one course. If you already had previous 1 year courses, that will be also available onto the portal if you check once. So open the classroom. First of all, agenda, attendance feedback, right? Live sessions, session recording, reading material, agenda. If you click on agenda, you will get to know that, okay, so what we are going to learn into this next 15 days for 30 hours. Attendance and feedback link. Please listen me carefully in this because you will receive the lots of messages, queries. You will not listen carefully and again, you will come back with the same queries. So dear participants, attendance is important. Why? Because to get the certification, 60% attendance is mandatory. 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate of participation. Okay, the attendance link will be active on the same day only for 1 hour. That will be the 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. The link will be available on the LMS portal. Now I know that you will say that, so I just registered, I'm not having the access. So in that scenario, what we can do? So in that scenario, no need to worry. Okay. So our team will be sharing the link over the Zoom and YouTube as well. Just it will be shared at 8:30, not at 8, not at 8:15. Okay. Clear on the attendance part. And again, certification. Attendance is mandatory, 60 and more than 60. And after completion of the course, you will be receiving the certificate within 8 to 15 working days to your registered mail ID. I hope now it's clear, right? So now below the attendance live session, I already explained how you are able to join. Below that, you will get the session recordings day wise, day 1 up to day 15, and the material as well. Let it be a practice file, PPTs, or any important file which needs to be there with you. Definitely, it will be shared onto the LMS portal, right? Yes. So on this note, that's all from my end. Thank you so much for listening. Whatever the query or question you are having, keep posting into the chat box. Me and my team is there. We'll take care of that. So now it's time to start the class. So Nitya ma'am, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Amar. So now the session will resume. So I would request Mr. Rajesh to take over the session.
Hope everyone, audible and the screen sharing is working. Can you confirm that with a yes in the chat box? Audible and visible?
You
Audible
are
and
audible,
visible?
Rajesh.
Yeah. Does the students also have chat access? Yes. Do respond. Yeah, very good. Done. So let's get started. Let's get started with data structures and algorithms. It's gonna be a very fun ride for you. Okay, data structures and algorithms made easy. That's how it will be. Okay. Before before we get started with anything, you see here, I generally talk about why we are learning something and what you will be getting out of it. That's gonna be our motivation for it. And we need to ask ourselves a lot of questions. If you are getting started with any topic, you need to ask yourself why I'm learning this, where I'll be using this. If there are any other concepts which are similar to it, then what's the difference between them? What's the comparison between all of them? Okay. So in this lecture, I think we only have 1 hour or so. We'll be going through what is meant by data structure, what are the different types of it, and why did we create these data structures and all. I'll be giving a very good idea about it. Okay, moving forward, that's very important for you to understand. Okay, what are all these data structures that we are studying, and it will be all mostly like written exam focused and interview focused as well. Okay, while going through the theory section itself, we'll be talking about all those examples, okay, which you will be using in an interview when asked upon. This will give you good clarity as well. Okay, so let's get started. See here, as I said, before starting anything, you need to ask yourself a lot of questions like why you should be learning data structures. Now, why all you are here, or we have been hearing about data structures and algorithms from all the delegates. Okay, companies they need engineers with good DSA knowledge and all. So, one of the first things why you are here to learn DSA is first thing DSA will provide you good placements and job opportunities. You will be able to secure very good packages. Okay. So if you learn DSA. Second thing, DSA is the core of computer science. Doesn't matter what you do, it's always about data. Okay. In the digital world, we are only dealing with data. You will also get the magnitude of what I am talking about in a very few slides. Okay. You will be able to solve real world problems very efficiently. You will be able to understand and look at the world at a different perspective. Why companies look for people with good DSA knowledge is they want problem solvers. You take Zomato, you take Rapido, you take Blinkit, you take all these applications. They all came from solving a real world problem. Okay. And you will be getting a lot of issues there. That's where DSA will help you to trigger the thinking point. Okay, it will be able to come up with optimal solutions everywhere. DSA is not only for okay for your academic purpose, it's also going to be a very good thing for your life as well. You see all these big MNCs, they all need engineers with good DSA knowledge, as I have mentioned all the above points. So why do you have to learn DSA? You have good placement and job opportunities, very high paying jobs. It's the core of computer science. Once you start getting into DSA, it's kind of like a very fun puzzle for you, which is never ending. You will be able to enjoy it, okay, like anything else. That, that's it. This is our motivation to get started. Before we get into that part, let's go through some of the simple definitions, like what is meant by data. You see, data is simple value or set of values. When processed together, it conveys some information. Okay, what's the example for it? Let's take some bunch of characters. If you take RAJESH, collection of these characters conveys my name to you. Or if I take a set of 10 digits that can become my phone number. What is data? Data is simple set of values. Okay, when processed together, conveys some information. Entity, field, record, file, etc., and all are not that much required. You can go through them a little bit. Okay, you can go through them. Yeah. Now, see here. Now, coming to the question, what is meant by data structure? You see, data structure is made up of two words. First one is data, as you have already seen. Now, what is meant by data? Data is set of values. Now, what is the second term? That is structure. Now, what is meant by structure? Structure means organizing the data. See, data means collection of values, and structure means organizing the data. Or if I have to go through the textbook definition, in simple words, data structure is basically a group of data elements which are put together under one name, which defines a particular way of storing and organizing data in a computer. So it can be used effectively. You see, pretty robotic. Okay. You'll never be able to remember all these definitions and all. Let's do one thing. Let's go through the session a little bit. Let's see some examples. Then again, we'll come back to this slide. We'll frame it in our own words and all. You never have to by heart anything. If you understand what it actually does, you will be able to create your own definition. Okay. Now see here. For now, for simplicity, let's talk about data structure as a simple container or a compartment. Assume data structure is just a container or a compartment. And the values inside that compartment is what we call data. Done? Simple enough? Now, see here. We have been talking about data, and all. Now, let's understand why data is so important and why structuring the data is important. Okay, let's go through it. You see, why data is so important means, let me show you some statistics related to it. Okay, in 60 seconds, this is what happens in the digital world. And this data is also from 3-4 years back also. So now there have been a lot of changes actually. Okay, in 60 seconds, this is what happens in the digital world. See what happens in the digital world in 60 seconds. 2.4 million Google searches or 3.47 million snaps will be created. 241.2 million emails will be sent. Not in 60 minutes, not in 60 hours, in 60 seconds. This data is also from 3-4 years back. Now you can see how exponential it is going to be. Now, what you are observing here is, you see, we are dealing with lots of data. Lots of data is being created, lots of data is being processed, lots of data is being accessed. Okay, so that's what we are dealing here. And I'd say the entire digital world, it revolves around data. Or let me give you some more examples. You see here, Google will generally not reveal how much data it has. Okay, Google has somewhere around 10 to 15 exabytes of memory. Or see the last one. Let's say this is also from 4 years back, as I was saying. For 72 hours, if you take all the uploaded content into YouTube, okay, if you play them together, it will run for a decade. Now I think almost if you take 24 hours, it would run for 3, 4, 5 decades or so. That's how huge the demand is for YouTube. Okay. Now, how all this data is being stored, how all this data is being processed, how all this data is being used by millions and billions of users, okay, in the entire world. That is what the beauty of data structures and algorithms and system design will give you. We are entering into that space. Okay, I hope you understood how huge the data is. Everything that you do is related to data only. Or if you take any other real world examples, let's talk about Instagram. Okay, in order to log in into Instagram, you need a mail ID and a password. That's data. Like say, after logging into Instagram, what you will be seeing? You will be looking at images. Image at the end of the day, the 2D matrix is the data only. Okay, you will be having some caption, data, likes, data, comments, data. Everything is data. Right? The entire digital world, entire computer science, it revolves around data. Then now let's talk about why structuring this data is very important. Let's understand it a little bit. Okay. Let's take a small dictionary, regular old dictionary that we generally use. You see, dictionary is the data structure. Dictionary is a container. Now, what is the data that it has? Dictionary has the words and meanings in it. That is the data we have. Okay. Let's say I'll be giving you a small task. The task is I'll be giving you a word to search for in a dictionary. Let's say the word is inevitable also. But here is a small twist. I have two types of dictionary. You need to search for a word in this dictionary. Okay. I have two types of dictionary. Case one, the first dictionary I have is unstructured. Unstructured in the sense where every word will be randomly arranged. Okay. We don't know where each word will be. Now, the second case, you'll be having a structured dictionary. Structured dictionary is the traditional dictionary that you generally see, generally come across. Okay. So, which one you will be selecting? You want case one or case two? Which one will you be selecting? You want the case one or case two? Which one will you be selecting? You want the case one or case two? What's your option? Which one will you be selecting? You can use the chat box here to talk to me. Okay. So you can go through the everyone chat and you can post it there. So which one will you be using? Which one will you be using? Okay. Why case two? I'm getting a lot of messages for case two. Why case two? Why case two? Why case two? Because case two is structured. It's very easy for you to search for a word, search for the meaning of any word. Okay. Let's say I'm asked you to search for the word inevitable. So you will be going with A, B, C, all these are in alphabetical order. Then again, when you come across I, again the second character also will start from A, B, C and all. So what's happening here? When you structure the words and meanings inside of a dictionary properly, searching operation will become very easy for you. Okay, it's login actually. We'll be talking about it soon enough, but it's very easy for you. So why do we need to structure data? You see, in order to perform operations on this data, we will be structuring it. Now, what are the operations? Okay, we can create, we can destroy, we can select, we can update, we can search, sort, split, merge, or traverse. These are all the operations that we will be doing on the data. The last word is important a little bit. Okay, traversal. Traversal means accessing each and every element only once. Okay, so we'll be performing not only these, there are a lot of other operations as well, just to show you. Why do we have to structure data? In order to perform these operations efficiently on it. For example, see the dictionary, if you structure it, searching operation will become very easy for you. Done. So in that manner, right? So I've seen the basic idea about it. Now, let me show you the different data structures we have. Okay. See here, coming to the data structures, we have two types of data structures. We have primitive and non-primitive data structures. Primitive, you might have already come across them. We have integer, we have float, we have character, we have boolean. All these are primitive data structures. Now, talking about non-primitive data structures, you see again they are divided into two parts. We have linear and we have non-linear. Now, coming to linear data structures, you see we'll be having array, stack, queue, okay, linked list, and all. Coming to non-linear data structures, we have tree, graph, trie, hash table. So all these we have. Okay, primitive, non-primitive, linear, non-linear. We have. Now again, here is one more question for you. Okay, I hope you all know about array. Array. When array can perform creation, destruction, selection, okay, updation of an element, searching of an element, sorting of an element, splitting the array into two halves, merging or accessing each and every element, when we can perform all these operations on an array, why do we need the other data structures? Okay, why do we need linked list? Why do we need stack? Why do we need queue? What do you think? What do you think the reason can be? When array can perform all these operations, when you can perform all these operations on array, why do we need the other data structures? What's the reason? What's the reason? Very good, very good. I hope you all have the common chat. Is that not available to you? I cannot open every single message in the chat. Let's see. I think I don't have that. Like, fine. So, then, so what's your answer? Very good, very good. You see, if I take any real world example for it, you see, let's talk about sharp objects. Needle is a sharp object. Knife is also a sharp object. Okay. So if I want to cut an apple or so, will I be using a needle? No. Knife would be the appropriate device for it. If I want to sew my clothes, will I be using a knife? No, I'll be using a needle. So all these are sharp objects, but every one of them is made for a specific task. Okay. You can also use a needle to cut an apple also, but it is going to take you a lot of time. Okay. So every data structure is unique. Every data structure is created to satisfy a particular type of requirement. Although all these data structure can perform all these operations, some of those operations can be performed better by other data structures. Let's take a general example. Okay. You see here, as I told you about data structure. Data structure is the container or data structure is the compartment. You see, I have different data structures here. Okay. Let's say I want to store my food items also. Okay. Will I be storing in my cupboard or will I be storing them in a box? I can, but what is the appropriate data structure for it? Fridge, because whenever you store your food items in fridge, they will not be spoiled. Let's say I want to store my certificates, okay, files, like I want to store all my important documents and all. Can I store it inside my fridge, inside the freezer also? Yes, we can, but paper will be damaged and all. So we have the file folder structure specifically created for that, not to damage anything, right? All these are data structures, but they all are created for a specific task, right? So although we have linked list, stack, queue, array, or which can perform all these operations, why we have different types of data structures? Some of the operations can be performed better by them. Or you will be coming across a scenario where you will be using the same data. You will be storing the same type of data, but in different data structures. Let's even understand this a little bit more. Okay. Let's say I have a water bottle and I have a bucket. Both of them contain the same type of data, that is water. Now, coming to a water bottle, when you will be using it? With a water bottle, you see it's very easy for you to carry it, very compact. You can happily drink it. But with a bucket, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult for you. Okay, imagine you're going in a train, traveling somewhere. You're very thirsty. Okay, imagine a bucket of water with you carrying. It's going to be very hard, right? So water bottle, bucket, both are designed for same type of like to store same type of data, but the usage is a bit different. Whatever your requirement is to carry it compact. You want to drink, you'll be using a water bottle. Your requirement is to store huge amounts of data. Okay, maybe for cleaning purpose, etc. and all. You will be using this bucket of water. Okay, but with a bottle, you cannot actually bath also. With a spoon also, you can try to bath, but it is going to take you a lot of time. So the main point I want to make here is, okay, whenever you are talking about data structures, it's not only important to know what that data structure will do, but what kind of information that you're going to store there, what will happen to that information, okay, after it's being used, and how that information will be used. Are you going to carry water or are you going to use it for washing purpose? How much amount of water you need? All these things. You can just relate this to the above example also. What happens to the data once it persists? It should be kept or it should be cleared, or what we should be doing it, or what is the best way to organize this in order to perform all these operations that we are looking for. Okay. And what other aspects you have about memory, about storage reservation that you need to be considering about. Okay. So whenever you're building any application also, you need to think about all these points in your mind. Okay. And say you're traveling, you will be carrying a small compact water bottle. Let's say you wanna use huge amounts of data, water, washing purpose, you'll be using a bucket. In that manner, it will be. Okay. Now, enough with the real world examples. Let's talk about a technical example. Okay. I hope you all know about array. You see, I have a small array of some 10 elements. Okay. In array, we'll be having indexes, numbering, counting, you can say. Okay. Numbering will start from 0 and 10 elements I have. So the last number is length minus 1. So 9 it is. And array, every element will be stored sequentially. This is how all the elements are, right? Now, you already know about all these points. Array is a collection of homogeneous elements. In array, sequentially, memory will be allocated. And array name, it contains the starting address of the array, right? This is how array is designed. This is how array is designed. Okay. Do you actually know what happens when we try to access any element here in an array? Or let's say I want to access this 70. How I'll be doing it? How I'll be doing it? Let's say I want to access this 70 here. How I'll be doing it? How can I access the number 70? How can I access the number 70? How can I access the number 70? Very good, very good. We are getting a lot of responses. If it is possible for everyone to just chat in the chat, host and co-host, like I'll make it to group chat. That will be better. Yeah. How can I access this value 70? Okay. Very good, very good. We will be writing array of 6. Do you actually know what happens behind the screen whenever we are trying with array of 6? Array of 6. Very good. You see here, what actually happens is it internally calculates the memory location of it. For example, this is how it will be roughly. Okay. You can say the starting address of the array plus size of the data type into index it will be. Okay. So what is the starting address? 2000. From where you will be getting it? As I told you, the name of the array will contain the starting address of it. You see here, starting address is 2000. Done. Plus, what is the size of the array? Like whenever you declare this in C programming or in Java, also you will be writing it as int array of 6. Right? It's of fixed size and all. So int, let's say, occupies 4 bytes of memory. Okay, size of the data type is 4, integer 4 into what is the index? We are getting 6 here. So 4 into 6, you will be getting 24. 2000 plus 24, you will be getting 2024, which is nothing but the address location of it. That is how you will be able to access it. The simple formula. Generally, addresses are hexadecimal values. For simplicity, I'm just conveying it as an integer. Okay, or the main thing that we want to talk about here is array is a collection of homogeneous items where every element will be stored side by side, as you can see here. And why the index will start at 0? In some programming languages, index also starts from 1. Or why do we need to have sequential memory for that formula to work? Okay, array is created in such a way that you can access any random element. Okay, in one single operation with that formula, you will be able to get it. Okay, this is how we created array. That's how it's created. For integer, float, etc., you are only storing one value. If you want to store group of values, you will be having array. Okay. Now, what are the advantages of using array data structure? I know you will be telling homogeneous, sequential, etc. So that's why I've written all of it. What are the advantages of using array data structure? Like, what will happen? Like, what's my benefit in using array to storing data? What are the advantages of it? Advantages of it? What are the advantages of using array data structure? Okay, I've written already sequential memory allocation. That's how it is created. That's not an advantage. That's how it is created actually. Okay, fast access. Very good. Very good. Okay. Yes, done. You have seen that one single formula will be able to access any random element in one single, okay, operation. Can you talk about the disadvantages? Disadvantages of an array. Disadvantages of an array. Very good, very good. We're getting a lot of responses. Very happy to hear all of it. Let's see here. Let's talk about insertion and deletion in an array. Okay. Let's say if I want to insert an element, I have to make sure there is one extra space in it because the memory is fixed, as you all have been posting in the chat box, correct? Memory is fixed, will not be able to increase, okay, the size of array once we have created it. Let's say I want to insert one element. I want to insert an element at second position, okay, on the first index. I need to make sure I have one more space left in my array. Let's say we have that. Now, how many elements I have? 6 elements. If I want to insert an element at first index position, as you all know, we have created array such that it obeys a formula. Everything is stored sequentially so that we can access any random element in one single operation. Okay. In order for that formula to work, it has to maintain that sequential memory. It has to maintain that indexes. So what it will do is, what we are going to do is, okay, we have to move all the elements to the right by one step, and we will be inserting y at 2004 memory location. Because it has to be sequential, we need to maintain that order. So what we will be doing, we need to move x6 to one step to the right. Will be moving x5, we will be moving x4, we will be moving x3, we will be moving x2. Now we will be inserting y at second index. Okay, sorry, first index. So see how many operations did I do? For 6 elements, I moved x6, x5, x4, x3, x2, 5 operations. I performed insertion. So how many operations did I do? 6 operations we did here. Okay. Imagine you have an array of 10,000 values or 1 lakh values or 1 crore values. You need to do the exact same thing for all 1 crore elements. So in 1 crore elements, in order to access any random value, it's very easy for you. You will apply the formula, you will happily get the memory location, you are accessing it. But insertion and deletion are going to take a lot of operations. Okay. Array can perform all these operations, but array can perform searching better. Insertion and deletion are difficult in array, right? Now let's take linked list. Let's talk about linked list a little bit. If you are someone who is new to this, that's completely fine. We are just going to see how linked list looks like, and we'll talk about a little bit the technical example, as I said. Let's say we have a linked list. Linked list, we have list of items which are linked together. This is what we call as a node. Node contains a value and the address of the next node as well. Here we don't have any indexes. Here we don't know whether the memory will be sequential or not. Okay, memory can be random, memory can be sequential, depends on okay, the availability of the memory. We'll talk about linked list separately. We have a separate session for it, but for now, just telling you. You see, in linked list, since we don't have any sequential memory allocation, no indexes, if I want to access that x4, the only person who knows where x4 is located is x3. I need to ask x3 about x4. Now coming to x3, the only person who knows x3 is x2. Now coming to x2, the only person who knows where x2 is x1. Now that is the starting node of our linked list. Okay, you will be given the starting node only. So in a linked list, if you want to search for any element, you need to start from the first index. You need to keep on asking the next value. You will not be getting it in one single operation. Okay. Imagine you have 10,000 elements. You're looking for an element. If you want to access the 5,000 value also, you need to start from the 0th value. You need to go on and access all 5,000 elements. This is searching is very difficult in linked list. We need to access all the elements. No random access is possible. Now let's talk about insertion and deletion. Let's say I want to insert one element at this x1 location. Okay, at the second index position, second place. So what I'll be doing is, imagine you have a small bracelet. Okay, with length is not sufficient for you, so you will be breaking a link. You will be attaching a new link there. You will be closing it. That's how simple it will be. That's how linked list generally works. So at a low level, okay, we'll talk about linked list carefully, but just to show you the advantage and disadvantage, what I need to do is, I'll be breaking the link in between x1 to x2. Okay. I'll be connecting y in between x1 to x2. Okay. I'll be connecting x1 to y and y to x2. Now see here, in simple 2 or 3 operations, once I access that particular index, it's very easy for me to insert an element. I don't have to move all the elements one step or so. That's a very difficult process. It's a very time-taking process. So what's the advantage of a linked list? Insertion and deletion are easy. What's the disadvantage? Searching for an element is difficult. Array, fixed size. Linked list is dynamic. You can grow or shrink according to your requirement. Now, coming back to this same point that we have been discussing, okay, when array can perform all these operations, why do we have other data structures? Array can perform all these operations, but some of those operations can be performed better by other data structures. Okay, so we have array, stacks, queues, linked list, and all. They all came from real world issues that we are facing. They all came from optimizing a problem that we have been facing. We will go through those examples a little bit forward. Okay. For now, if you want to come up with a general example, think about different data structure. Every data structure has a different usage. If you want to come with a technical example, like why do we have so many data structures? Our main objective is to store data. Our main objective is to perform operations on data. You can come up with the basic difference between array and linked list. Okay, that's it. That's the basic part of it. That's the basic part of it. I hope you understood up to this point. Any doubt? Any doubt up to this point? Any doubt up to this point? Any doubt? What is this present sir, present sir? Any doubt up to this point? Yeah, yeah. So do let us take some time because we have a mix of students now. We have people from all over India. We have starting from first year to final year. Okay. So we will be going through the basics. We will make it easy for the beginners to understand and get into it. Yeah, recording will be available, so you don't have to post it that many times. That's what they have conveyed. Na? It is available, so don't worry. Done? Right? So see here, as I told, primitive data structures we have. We'll not talk about it much. Primitive or inbuilt, so they come with every programming language. That's also a data structure. We store data in it, integer, float, character, boolean we have. Now talking about non-primitive, you see, these are user-defined. We created them for our requirement. We will be talking about the use case scenarios. Again, these are divided into two types. Linear we have, non-linear we have. Linear, as the name itself indicates, so you have already seen array and linked list. Okay, they will be arranged in a linear fashion. By just looking at it, you will be able to see one by one, sequential it will be. Okay. Non-linear, that will be a little bit different. We'll talk about it. Okay, we have linear data structures, non-linear data structures. You have already seen array, you have already seen linked list. I don't want to drag much. Okay, let's directly go ahead and talk about stack. Now coming to stack. Now what is a stack? You see, stack is the restricted data structure, I call it. You all are pretty much aware about array already. If you take an array, if you rotate it by 90 degrees, if you make some restrictions on it, restrictions in the sense, I'm only allowed to insert data from one end. I'm only allowed to delete the data from the same end. If you take an array generally, you can insert from the starting, from the ending, from the middle. Now, we'll not be doing that. We have rotated it a little bit. Okay. I'm only inserting from one end, the top end. I'm only deleting from that end only. That's it. That becomes a stack. So stack is a restricted data structure where insertion and deletion operations will be performed only at one end. Let's say I have a stack. Okay, I have a single element in it. If I want to insert another element, that is what we call as push operation. Okay, let's say I'm going to insert one more element. I'll be inserting two there. Okay, now what is the topmost element inside my stack? That is 2. Now if I want to insert one more element, okay, topmost element is 3. If I want to insert one more element, topmost element is 4 also. Now if you observe, my stack is actually full now. Now if I want to insert one more element, will it be possible? No, it will not be possible. This is what we call as overflow condition. Okay, let's say you have a glass of water, which is already completely filled up to the top. If you try to add more data in it, glass is a container, is a data structure. If you try to add more data, water in it, it will overflow. This is what we call as the overflow state. Now talking about the other one, other operation, okay. You see here, if I want to remove any element, let's say I want to remove the first element, 1. Now, can I access one? No, not possible. You're not allowed to access from the bottom, from the middle. You can only access from the top. Okay. Imagine a stack of plates in your canteen. If you want to go and grab the last plate, that's not possible. You'll never be able to pull it out. You need to remove all the plates from the top, then only you will be able to access it, right? So I have to remove the last element I have inserted. The first element I'll be accessing is the last element I have inserted. So stack, we also call it as last in, first out data structure. Or you can also call it as first in, last out data structure. Okay. First in, last out, or last in, first out, we call it. So the last inserted element will be the first one to be deleted. Okay, you see, again, then I'll be accessing 3, I have to remove it. Then I will be accessing 2, I'll be removing it. Then I'll be accessing 1, then I'll be removing it. Now, once we have removed all the elements, we don't have any other elements to remove. That's what we call underflow state or underflow condition. Okay, when you don't have any element to remove and you are trying to remove it, that's what we call underflow state. Now, this is just to show you how stack looks like, what are the technical terminology, what is meant by push, what is meant by pop. Okay, we'll be talking about good examples at the end of it, so don't worry. Yeah, done. So you got your attendance link there. Yeah. Right. So that's about stack. This is how generally stack looks like and the technical terminology is. I just wanted to introduce how all data structures look like, have a good discussion about them. That's what we are going through in this introduction to DSA. Now coming to queue, you might have heard these words a lot of times. Queue is also a restricted data structure where you will be inserting from one end and deleting from the other end. A regular queue at a coffee shop or at a cinema theater. Okay. Now let's say we have one person, okay, who is entering from the end of the queue. That is what we call rear end. Insertion will happen from rear end and deletion will happen from the front end. Let's say we have the first person 10. Okay, we have inserted him. He is the first person. He is waiting for the ticket counter to open. Now I have one more person. Now, will he be coming and he will be placed before 10 or he will be placed after 10? Obviously, after 10, if he is going to be present at the front of the queue, okay, it's gonna be a problem. So, first come, first serve, or first in, first out, it is going to be whoever comes first will be the first one to be out of it. So, first in, first out data structure it is, or last in, last out data structure it is. So, you have 10, then 20 we have. Next, if I want to insert one more element, insertion will happen from which end? Rear end it is. And if I want to delete any element, deletion will happen at the front end, first come, first serve. So 10 is the first person who came in. He will be the first person to be deleted. The same goes on with 20, 30 and all. Okay. That's it. That's about linear data structures. As you have seen, all of them are in a linear fashion. We will be able to access them very easily. Okay. They all are in a linear fashion. Now coming to non-linear data structures, or generally the definition that I go with is, in linear data structures, you will be able to traverse through them in one single go without accessing any other element twice. If I start at the start of the linker list, I'll be able to access all the elements. Same goes with stack, same goes with queue, okay, same goes with array as well. I'll be able to access all the elements without accessing anything twice. But coming to non-linear, you see here, non-linear elements. You see, we have tree graph as examples. So see tree is a collection of nodes. Okay. So we have A, B, C, and D, F. That A is repeated twice. Ignore it. Okay. So we have a tree. Tree is a collection of nodes. The starting node is what we call as the root node. Okay. Wherever you have any hierarchical relationship between elements, you will be using tree data structure there. We will go through all technical examples, but for now, see how it looks like. This is what we call as a node. That's the technical terminology we'll be using. And all the nodes are connected with something called as edges or links. Okay. The first node is what we call as root node. This is the entire tree for us. You can also go through a subpart of it. That is what we call as a subtree. And this tree, you see, it has the parent and child relationship. Okay. Or you see here, C is what we call as parent node. F and A are child nodes for it. F and A, they share the same parent. Okay. That is what we call as siblings. Or you see, take the entire tree. We have the tree, we have the branches. At the end of the branches, if you don't have any children, for example, D we have. It doesn't have any children. F we have, it doesn't have any children. That's what we call as leaf node. Or this parent and child relationship, this hierarchy will continue. For example, you take the root node and you take D. Root node is the ancestor for D. D is the descendant for that root node. Okay, so we have this parent-child relationships, all these basic terminology we have. Now, this is how a tree looks like. Now, as I said, if I want to access all these elements, if I start from A, if I take left direction, I'll be accessing B. Then I'll be accessing D. Now, did I access all the elements in my tree? No. In order to access them, I need to again go back. I need to access B again, A again, then I'll go to the right branch. There I'll be accessing C, F, and the other one. Okay. Ignore the names of the two nodes are same. That's a mistake. Okay. So in a non-linear data structure, you will not be able to traverse through the entire data structure in one single go. And you see the number of connections. In linear, maximum 2 connections. You will be connected to the left value and right value. But in non-linear, you see you have lot of connections. I've only mentioned, this as kind of like a binary tree where you have at most 2 connections, but you can have n number of connections there. That's what a non-linear data structure will look like. Let's see the last one. Graph we have. See, graph is also collection of nodes only. Okay. Graph is also collection of nodes which are linked together. But the main difference between a graph and a tree is, you see, graph will be having closed paths. And some of the questions in the future, in the graph as well, you will be removing the closed paths. You will be working with your graph as a tree, as a linked list. That's how we generally work with it. Okay, tree, we will convert that to linked list. That's how things work. Now, graph is also collection of nodes. What's the difference between a graph and a tree? Graph will be having closed paths. Tree will not be having any closed paths. Okay. There are different types of graphs actually. Okay. We'll be having something called simple graph, directed graph, weighted graph, mixed graph, undirected graph. The one that you are seeing is undirected. If I have some arrow marks here, okay, this is what we call as directed graph. If I have some weights here, weights in the sense, let us say in order to travel from A to B, I'll have to spend 5 rupees. That's what we call weighted graph. Okay. There are lots of other things are there. Just to show you, there's a non-linear data structure. If I start from A, if I go through this direction and access it, okay, let's say we have a directed graph also. This is how things will be done. Now you see at E I have ended. Now again I need to go back. I need to again access starting from E to the other values. Okay, I'll not be able to traverse through it in one single go. It is going to take me a lot of other iterations. Okay, that's what we call as graph. Graph is a non-linear data structure. Done. That's it. These are the simple examples and how generally things look. Now let's talk about the technical examples or where we are actually using it. Okay. Arrays is a very simple thing. You might have already seen it. Okay, array collection of values to store all your data at one single place. Simple example, your Excel sheet. Simple example, your contacts that you have in your mobile phone. Okay, array. We have group of values stored at one place. Now let's talk about 2D arrays. This is where it becomes interesting. Okay, you see that cinema booking software. You will be selecting a row and column. That's nothing but an array that you are using. Okay, or even more specific, I hope you all have clicked the picture, have looked at a picture. If you zoom in into that picture a lot, okay, this is how it generally looks like. If anyone is an artist here, you might be using something called a grid layout, grid technique, or divide your entire canvas into rows and columns where you have one single cell everywhere. If you fill a cell with a specific color, it becomes a type of pattern. Okay, when you look at it from a distance. Okay, generally, if we zoom in, this is how it looks like. Every picture is made up of millions of small colored dots that we call as pixels. Okay, millions of small colored dots. By looking at those colored dots from a distance for our naked eye, a illusion will be formed. Okay, of an image. This is how things generally work. Whatever applications that you're using, whatever AI is generating, it's all image processing. It's all zeros and ones. It's all recognizing patterns. Okay. So this is how you will be using 2D arrays or matrices, you can say. Okay. Where do we use 2D arrays? Applications, images. Okay. Videos are a bunch of images played together. Or you might have come across a flip book. If you flip a book, that will be animating a character also. I hope you might have come across something like that. Or at least you might have seen something called 24 FPS or 60 FPS, 30 FPS, frames per second, we call it. The more frames per second, the better the quality will be. That frame is nothing but just an image. Okay, 24 images. If you play them together in a second, that gives you an illusion that a video is being played. Okay, so what is a video? Bunch of images played together. What is the image? Ultimately, it's a 2D array, 2D matrix. Okay, which will be having 0 to 265, 266, sorry, values of color data. Okay, 1 byte or 8 bits of memory, 256 values you will be having. That's it. This is the technical example for a 2D array. Now coming to a linked list. If the interviewer asks you for your overview, you see I have a circular linked list where we have group of children who are holding hands together. Or you can come up with a small chain linked list. We have group of elements which are linked together. Or coming to the technical example where we will be using a linked list. Okay. You see, we will be using a linked list in our music player. Let's say I'm listening to a music. I did not like that particular song. I'll be pressing on the next button. I'll get the next value. I did not like that one as well. I'll be pressing the next one. I'll be getting the next song in my playlist. I did not like any of these two. I like the previous one only. I'll be pressing previous. I'll come back to it. That's a doubly linked list we have. Okay, image viewer you have, or your operating system, whenever you operate a machine, a series of commands will be executed. Your keyboard will light up, your mouse will light up, your desktop will start running. Okay, it runs a series of operations. Okay, the power supply will go through all of it, your BIOS and all. Or you take your web browser. Okay, that history that you are going to store. You will be going backwards, you will be going forwards. Okay, that's a mixture of linked list and stack. That's a linked list. These are all the technical example. Now, where do we use it? We are using it everywhere in all these applications. Okay, let's talk about stack here. You might have seen this word lot of times: stack of books, stack of coins. Okay, stack of plates, etc. and all. Stack means placing upon each other. That's what we will be doing now. Now, where do we use stack? You see, there are a lot of applications of stack. One most used example that you might have come across is, you see, we will be using stack in undo and redo. I hope every one of you have used PowerPoint, okay, or Microsoft Word. What will happen with that undo and redo? Whatever last change that you are making will be the first one to be removed. Undo, redo, okay. Last in, first out. Last modified value will be the first one to be removed. Or we use stack. One of the applications of stack is recursion. Okay, so we have lots of things, lots of very fun, interesting things about stack we will be talking about. Okay, these are some of the examples that you can come up with. You see your browser history, that is stack. Okay, whenever you write any equation in a calculator, it will be evaluated as a stack if you are not entering that parenthesis and all. That board mass you might have talked about. That's use a stack data structure. We will be talking about all of that in applications of stack where we will be writing our own code to run those things. Now, all these things, they came from real world issues that we have faced. That's why we have created these data structures. Now, a queue. Traffic at a signal or at a coffee shop, that's a queue. Okay. Any technical examples for a queue? Let's say I have booked a train ticket 30 or 40 days back, and another person has booked a ticket for the same train for the same date. Okay. He has booked it one day before. So if a seat is available, which one will be given more priority? Obviously, first in, first out. Okay. Railway ticketing system uses queue. Or let's say printer queue we'll talk about. You have sent a big PDF to be printed out. Will you be getting the first page, then the 70th page, then the 23rd page, etc. and all? No, you'll be getting them in a sequence. First in, first out. First page, second page, third page, fourth page, etc. and all. Right? So a lot of other examples are there. That's up to you. Coffee shop, whatever technical examples that you can come up with, real world examples you can come up with. Or talking about a tree, you see, you might have seen it already. Wherever we have a hierarchical data structure, we will be using a tree data structure to represent it. Let's take your college. We'll be having chairman, we'll be having director, we'll be having HODs, deans, we'll be having senior faculty, junior faculty. Wherever you have a hierarchical order, we will be using tree. There's one real world example. Or you take your family tree, or you take your okay friend tree. You have a friend who whatever friends that he has, they also become your friend. Or you take your family tree, your grandparents, your parents, you. Okay, we have a tree structure. Wherever you have a hierarchical structure, we have a tree data structure. Now, can you come up with any technical examples for this one? Sorry, I think I've scrolled through all my slides. Any technical examples for tree? You see file folder structures that we have. That's nothing but tree data structure. Okay. File folder structures that we use. And I hope you all, whenever you search for something on Google, okay, let's say I'm searching for something called Python, I'll be getting the results in nanoseconds. I'll be getting some million results. It also uses tree internally. Okay, that's how things generally work. So that's some real world examples and technical examples. Now let's talk about graph here. You see, simple example for graph is Google Map. Okay. Or graph is a non-linear data structure. As I said, let's say I've started from Mia's house. Okay. If I take the left turn, I'll be going to brewery, I'll be going to inn, I'll be going to library, I'll be going to city hall, I'll be going to the dry cleaning center. Again, if I want to access all these other elements that are present, I need to again go back in the same way and access the same elements that I have accessed. Okay, you will not be able to traverse through it in one single go. And for a single element, there will be more than two connections. You will be connected to multiple elements at one single point. Okay, so non-linear data structure it is. You can see by just looking at it, you will be able to say it's a non-linear data structure. And what's an example? What's the technical example? That is Google Maps, or you can come up with, let's say you have different scenarios. If you are working with your friends, okay, one of your friend, his contributions will be a little bit different. The other one, his contributions will be a little bit different. It's all a map. Okay, if you go through that path, you will be ending up with this type of project. Or let's take your social media. Okay, social media connections. That's an example for tree and graph. You have sent me a friend request, let's say. Okay, I've accepted it. Then the algorithm will start recommending all your connections, okay, all your friends to me, or it will be recommending me to all your friends once we have formed a connection, once we have that link established. It uses tree and graph only. Or you take Google Maps, this is one of my best examples that I like. Okay. You see here, latitude and longitude, that's a node. Okay. I'll be entering my current location and the destination that I want to reach. Now I'll be getting all the paths that are available, okay, that can take me from this particular location to the other place. Now that's nothing but a graph. We have nodes which are connected, which are linked. That is a graph data structure, right? Now in this graph data structure, again, we are looking for the optimized path, the path where you will be able to reach quicker and see how complex it is. We generally come up with the traffic as well. Okay, red color it is indicating, orange color it is indicating, blue color it will be indicating if there is no traffic. You are getting the amount of toll charges if there are any construction works that are going on there. Okay, so see how complicated, how beautiful that particular data structure is. You will be able to brainstorm, you will be able to learn about these things a lot if you are someone who gets excited in solving all these small puzzle type questions and all, which are going to be easy, by the way, not at all difficult. Everything that you come across in real world scenario, which will even not only like you will be getting placements. That's one way to look at it, but it will help you to increase your analytical thinking. Okay, so a lot better. If you do DSA, you will be able to think a lot better, make better decisions. Okay. Now that's a technical example for it. Okay. Now let's go through a small summary. We have linear, we have non-linear. Okay. Coming to linear, every item will be related to the left and right values, maximum to previous and next. Non-linear, you will be having a lot of connections with it. Linear data will be arranged in a linear sequence. You will be able to see that by just visually looking at it, you will be able to come up with the answer. Non-linear data will not be arranged in a sequential manner. Okay. Linear, you can access through all the elements. You can traverse through the entire data structure in one single go. Okay, without accessing any other element twice. In non-linear, you cannot traverse through the entire data structure in one single go. You need to go back and access as we have seen the connections. Examples, array, stack, linked list, queue. Examples, tree and graph. Linear is very simple to implement. Non-linear is going to be a bit difficult. Okay. When your packages are increasing, you will be moving towards more non-linear type of questions and you will be moving towards algorithms. And one more thing, we did not even start talking about algorithms. This is all about data structures only. Let me give you a small summary of what we have discussed. We started with what is data, what is structuring data, how data is that much important, why data is that much important, and why do we need to structure data. Okay, we have seen the different types of data structures we have. We talked about it in technical way, we talked about it in real world. Okay, we have seen the technical examples, real world examples. Now why do we have these many data structures? Ultimately, we have to perform operations on it. Some of the operations can be performed by these data structures better than the others. That is why we have these many data structures with us. Okay. Every data structure is created to satisfy a particular type of requirement. For example, last in, first out, undo, redo. You will be using stack. Your browser history, okay, will be stored as stack only. Done. You want to access elements in a sequential manner. Okay, link list you have. Done. You want to go with multiple values which are connected with a relation. For example, your social media connections or that Google Maps as an example. So we have taken all these real world issues that we are facing. We came up with a way of structuring all that data, a way to deal with all that data. That is where all these data structures came into picture. Okay, they all are here to perform a operation better than the others. That's it. That's a little bit about the introduction to data structures. I hope you understood what is data, how important it is, and why structuring the data is important and all. Okay. And you have seen good technical examples and real world examples for it. Any doubts? Any doubts till this point? 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 Any doubts? Any doubts till this point? Any doubts till this point? Okay. Very good, very good. I'm seeing all your messages again. I think that meeting chat is disabled. Okay. That's it. That's a simple example about data structures and algorithms. Okay. Yes, time saving, lot of good responses I'm getting from your side. Very happy to see that. Done. That's it. That's about introduction to DS. Now tomorrow we'll be talking about what's an algorithm? Okay, what is time complexity? What is space complexity? What is big O notation? Before getting started into all that programming part and all, you need to know what is meant by good code and how we generally evaluate it. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be talking about algorithms. What is time? What is space? What is big O complexity and all? Then we will be getting started with the basic logics that you have seen, and maybe the day after tomorrow we will be able to go through recursion and all. It's fine. It's not like we need to complete those topics at that given point only. Ultimately, it's about how well you are able to understand. We can spend a little bit of more time for some of the complex concepts and all until and unless you guys are satisfied. Okay, we'll keep on repeating them. Done, done. Very good, very good. Yes, the main objective is to bring everyone to the same level. We have a lot of first years and all who are very new to programming. So we will be going about things a little bit generally as of now. And then I'll be bringing all of you to the same level, right? That's it. So any doubts? Any doubts till this point? Just give me that confirmation. I'm making the group chat enable again. Again, I see a lot of time and space complexity issues like you have posted it. I've seen like Daksha Naik, you have asked a lot of questions. Okay. Very good. Arrays, linker list is correct. We'll be talking about linker list, stack, queue, etc. and all. We have dedicated lectures for all of them. Okay. Do stick around. You will be able to, like, once I go through the concept, how generally they work around things and all, you will be able to understand it better. Then you can come back and, okay, shoot all your queries at me. That's fine. So, and so PPT and all will not be presented. Okay. No, it will not be presented. These are all my custom presentations. This is just a very basic one. Okay. You stick around, you will be able to see a visual spectacle of data structures and algorithms. As I said in the beginning, you are looking at data structures from my view. Okay. So you are happy to take note of all these things. So that's it. That's it for today. Okay. Tree concept again. Very good. I'll do it. You see, for me, programming is very fun. Okay, it's kind of like a small puzzle to me. So it took me very less time actually. Okay, if you talk about the time I took for DSA, it's generally maybe 3, 4 days or so. That's it. That's how much time I took to prepare for DSA at student level. When I become an instructor, this is, as I said, this is what I do for a living. So it's very fun for me to explain these difficult concepts in an easy way. Now we have requested, we got a query for, no, presentation will not be provided. There are other animated presentations as well. I'll not be providing any of them. You're happy to take a note of everything. XLR will be providing you some notes. So do check your LMS portal for it. Okay. So see here, coming to tree. Tree is a nonlinear data structure where each element will be connected to, sorry, tree and graph, I think, which one you asked? Is it tree or is it graph? Is it tree or is it graph? Is it tree or is it graph? Tree, okay. Tree is a nonlinear data structure, okay? Wherever you have a hierarchical order, hierarchical relationship between elements, okay? You will be using tree data structure, right? Now, we'll be having the technical terminology here. The first node, we call that as a node. We'll talk about node. For now, just think about node as a way of storing values. The first node, that is what we call as root node. And all the other nodes, okay, are linked with the other nodes of the root node with edges or links, okay. We have the main tree, a part of the main tree, that's what we call as a subtree. Every element inside of a tree has a parent and child relationship, okay. Now that A is repeated twice, let me just change the name here a little bit. Let's call this as, okay, G or so. Done. Now you see A is the parent. What are the children of A? C and B are children of A. Okay. Again, C is the parent of F and G. Done. F and G, they have the same parent. These two is what we call siblings, sibling nodes. Done. If you take this as a tree, this is the root node. These are the branches and all. The nodes which doesn't have any children. Okay. This is what we call as leaf node. This is all technical terminology. Again, this is just to introduce you how these data structures will look like. And just to know, as I said, whenever you are learning something, you need to ask yourself a lot of questions. What am I learning here? Okay, why I'm learning this? Is there any other things which are similar to it? So I'm just introducing you. This is how a tree looks like. This is how a graph looks like. If you remove all the closed paths from a graph, it becomes a tree. Some of the equations of a graph, we will remove that closed path. We'll make it as a tree. We'll work on it. Tree also, we will be removing some of the nodes. We will make it as the linked list and work on it. So at the funny point, after traveling with DS a little bit, everything will merge into one singularity. Okay, that's how it will be done. So don't worry, we have separate lectures for everything. We will be going through all of it. Done. That's it, I have. Okay, so that's it for today. We'll be continuing tomorrow. We'll be talking about algorithm. We'll be talking about time complexity. We'll be talking about space complexity. Okay. And then we will be going through big O notation, how generally we grade any code that you generally write. Okay. What is big O of one? What is linear? What is quadratic? What is false linear? What is the difference between all of them? Or actually, how to calculate? You have written something. How do you actually evaluate which is better code? That's what we'll be talking about tomorrow. Then we will start with the basic logics. Okay. As I have shown you at the beginning of the lecture, we'll be going through the entire schedule. Done. That's it. That's it for today. So if you have any queries, if you have any queries, do let me know. Done. That's it then. That's it for today. I think we are good to go. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your day one valuable session. We'll meet again by tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thank you so much. Yeah, so dear students, as we already informed, the attendance is very mandatory. I request please mark your attendance, which is already shared in chat in both YouTube and Zoom chat. And yeah, so 60% of attendance is very mandatory to get the certificate. Okay. Yes, fine. We'll all meet again by tomorrow. And one more thing, as today you all got the link through mail, but from tomorrow you will not get any mail related to joining the session. So as we have already shown how to join the session in LMS, you can join from there, or even you can use the same link. The same link will work for tomorrow as well. The Zoom link will be the same, but YouTube link will be different. For all the 15 days, the Zoom link will be the same. You can click on the same link and you can join for the session. I request please join on time. It is at 7 p.m. Okay, fine. I think we can wind up for the day. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Good night.